What if we told you that the future of beauty isn't just happening? It's being redefined right now by these bold, stunning young gay models. Across runways, magazines, and social media, a new generation is breaking old standards, embracing authenticity, and showing the world that true beauty has no limits. They're not just faces, they're forces of change, confidence, and unapologetic pride. Today on Rainbow Spotlight, we're celebrating 5 incredible young gay models who are reshaping the fashion world in 2025 and beyond. Their charm, their courage, and their magnetic energy will leave you breathless. Before we dive in, where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country below. We love seeing how far the Rainbow family stretches around the world. Get ready for a journey of style, pride, and power. Let's begin. Leandro Lima, the Brazilian heartthrob, redefining global beauty standards. Before the flashing lights, the global campaigns, and the swooning fans, Leandro Lima was just a dreamer from João Pessoa, Brazil, someone who didn't quite fit into the rigid boxes the world offered him. Growing up, he was the golden boy next door, charming, athletic, magnetic. But underneath the easy smiles and small-town fame, he carried a bigger, quieter dream, to be seen, fully and unapologetically, not just for his looks, but for his authenticity. In a world where male beauty was once defined by cold perfection and rigid masculinity, Leandro brought something new to the table: warmth, vulnerability, and a different kind of strength. The strength to be soft, to be real, and to be proud. Starting out as a model, Leandro quickly rose through the Brazilian fashion scene with his stunning mix of rugged masculinity and heart-melting sensitivity. His campaigns with major brands like Dolce & Gabbana, Calvin Klein, and Versace didn't just showcase another handsome face. They introduced a new kind of male icon to the global stage, openly queer, fiercely proud, and effortlessly magnetic. But behind the glossy spreads and ad campaigns, Leandro's journey wasn't without battle scars. Coming out publicly in an industry still grappling with toxic masculinity wasn't easy. There were whispers, lost jobs, concerns from brands worried about their image. There were moments when he questioned whether the world would ever be ready to fully embrace a gay man whose power came from sincerity rather than pretense. But Leandro didn't shrink to fit anyone's mold. Instead, he expanded the mold itself. He continued booking high-profile gigs not despite his truth, but because of it. His social media became a testament to self-love, a mix of steamy photo shoots, raw moments of vulnerability, and unfiltered pride. He didn't just model clothes, he modeled courage, and the world noticed. Today, Leandro is one of the brightest stars redefining beauty on a global scale. Fashion insiders praise him not only for his classic good looks, piercing eyes, chiseled jawline, athletic body, but for the undeniable energy he brings to every frame. A blend of confidence, kindness, and quiet defiance. He's not trying to be perfect, he's trying to be real, and somehow, that's even more magnetic. In a time when the fashion world is finally beginning to widen its lens, Leandro Lima stands as living proof that beauty isn't about fitting into old boxes. It's about shattering them with grace. From small-town Brazil to global catwalks, from hidden dreams to living out loud, Leandro's journey is a reminder that when you walk your truth, you don't just change your life, you change the world around you. Drop a one if you believe real beauty starts with real pride. Eliad Cohe, the muscle icon who turned pride into power. Before the magazine covers, the Pride headliner gigs, and the millions of followers, Eliad Cohe was just a kid from Israel with a dream, and a body he was still learning how to own. Growing up in a conservative environment, Eliad knew early on that he was different. But difference in his world wasn't celebrated. It was something to be hidden, denied, fought against. So he did what many boys like him were taught to do. He built armor. Literally. He hit the gym with a vengeance, transforming his body into a fortress of muscle and masculinity. On the outside, he was the ideal alpha male, rugged, powerful, untouchable. On the inside, he was still searching for a space to simply breathe. When Eliad first entered modeling, he wasn't just posing for photos, he was navigating a battlefield of expectations. The fashion world wanted his body, but not his truth. Agencies told him to keep it vague. Brands hinted that gay doesn't sell. And for a while, Eliad played the game. But deep down, he knew he wasn't built to hide. In 2011, everything changed. Eliad co-founded Papa Party, an international LGBTQ+ event series celebrating queer joy, freedom, and visibility. Suddenly, he wasn't just a model, he was a movement. And for the first time, the world saw him as he truly was: bold, proud, electrifying. Coming out publicly didn't shrink his career, it supercharged it. Eliad became a symbol of strength, of pride, of queer masculinity done differently. No longer forced to choose between being masculine enough or gay enough, he chose both and thrived. His Instagram exploded with powerful shirtless photos, each post a love letter to authenticity. But it wasn't just about thirst traps. Through every photo, every event, every interview, Eliad sent a message louder than muscles could ever scream. You can be everything they said you couldn't be. Today, Eliad is more than a gay icon. He's a global ambassador for self-love. He headlines pride festivals from Madrid to Miami. He builds spaces where queer people can dance, celebrate, and be seen. He continues to model, act, produce, and inspire. And through it all, he carries a simple but radical truth. Pride isn't something you wear once a year. It's something you build, muscle by muscle, choice by choice, every damn day. Eliad Cohe didn't just redefine what a gay man could look like. He redefined what a proud life could feel like. From silent struggles to global stages, from hidden shame to radiant freedom, Eliad's story is living proof that the strongest thing you can ever show the world is your true self. Drop a 2 if Eliad's journey made you believe real strength starts from within. Diego Barrueco, the street kid who became a global heartthrob. Before the flashing cameras, the magazine spreads, and the millions of adoring fans, Diego Barrueco was just a scrappy kid from Murcia, Spain, skating through city streets, chasing dreams that felt way bigger than the world around him. He wasn't born into glamour. He didn't grow up in the fashion capitals or the polished suburbs. He grew up knowing that if he wanted something more, he would have to carve it out with his own 2 hands. And that's exactly what he did. Diego's story isn't one of overnight fame. It's a story of slow burn, relentless hustle, and a magnetism so raw it couldn't be faked. He started by posting casual selfies on Tumblr, photos where he wasn't trying to be perfect. He was just himself, messy-haired, soulful-eyed, radiating a natural beauty that didn't ask for permission. And the internet noticed. In a digital world obsessed with polish and filters, Diego's authenticity felt like a lightning strike. Modeling agencies came knocking, and soon enough, he was shooting campaigns for brands like Pull & Bear, DKNY, and Hugo Boss, brands desperate to bottle the effortless cool that Diego seemed to exhale without even trying. But Diego wasn't just selling clothes. He was selling a new kind of masculinity, one that didn't apologize for softness, for vulnerability, for hints of queer-coded beauty that made people look twice and feel something deeper. He blurred the lines between boy next door and fashion god, between street kid and supermodel. And along the way, he shattered the tired old stereotypes of what a male model had to look like or be. While Diego has kept his private life largely private, his vibe has always spoken volumes. The tender glances, the intimate moments captured between shots, the magnetic pull that transcends labels. It all paints the portrait of someone who understands that real allure isn't about fitting into a box. It's about refusing to fit at all. Today, Diego Barrueco isn't just a model. He's a symbol of how realness, grit, and vulnerability can be infinitely more powerful and infinitely more attractive than any fake perfection. He reminds us that beauty isn't just about bone structure. It's about soul. It's about edge. It's about carrying your history, your struggles, your contradictions, and still standing tall. From the cracked sidewalks of Murcia to the glossy pages of GQ, Diego's journey proves that you don't have to be born into a dream to live one. You just have to believe you're worthy of it. Drop a 4 if Diego's rise makes you believe authenticity will always outshine perfection. Zander Hodgson, the runway rebel who chose love over labels. Before the runway shows, the Hollywood auditions, and the viral Instagram fame, Zander Hodgson was just a lanky kid from Shropshire, England, dreaming of a life bigger than his tiny hometown could imagine. He didn't grow up seeing people like him in magazines. He didn't have role models who taught him that queerness and success could live in the same sentence. What he had was a dream, and a fire that refused to go out. Zander started modeling in his teens, bringing a fresh, boy-next-door charm to an industry that often prized polished perfection. His messy blonde hair, soulful blue eyes, and quietly magnetic presence quickly caught the attention of top brands. Tom Ford, Abercrombie, and Fitch Diesel, they all wanted a piece of the boy who looked effortlessly real in a world obsessed with pretending. But while the cameras loved Zander, the industry had its expectations. Stay ambiguous, stay marketable, stay silent. And for a while, Zander played along. Not because he was ashamed, because he was afraid the world wasn't ready. But love has a way of changing everything. In 2018, Zander posted a simple, powerful video coming out as gay. No grand speech, no PR machine, just honesty. "I guess I wanted to say, I'm gay and I'm proud," he said, voice trembling, heart wide open. It wasn't about labels. It wasn't about headlines. It was about freedom. And in that moment, Zander Hodgson didn't just come out. He stepped up. He chose visibility over safety. He chose truth over marketability. He chose himself. Since coming out, Zander has continued to model, act, and inspire. He's walked major runways, starred in campaigns, and built a social media platform where vulnerability, pride, and joy coexist without apology. He talks openly about mental health, about the struggles queer people face in industries still riddled with silent biases, about the importance of representation beyond stereotypes. But above all, he shows it. Through every candid photo, every heartfelt caption, every campaign where he refuses to hide, Zander reminds the world, beauty isn't about fitting in. It's about standing out with pride. Today, Zander Hodgson is more than just a pretty face. He's proof that you don't have to sacrifice your soul to succeed. You don't have to erase your queerness to chase your dreams. You can be fully, unapologetically yourself and still conquer the world. From quiet beginnings to global stages, from silent fear to fearless pride, Zander's journey is a testament to what happens when you stop hiding and start shining. Drop a 5 if Zander's courage made you believe your truth is your greatest power. Jordan Barrett, the wild beauty who refused to be tamed. Before the flashing bulbs, the Vogue covers, and the supermodel title, Jordan Barrett was just a rebellious kid from Byron Bay, Australia. A boy with salt in his hair, a spark in his eyes, and a spirit too wild to fit into anyone's neat little box. Growing up, Jordan never quite blended in. He wasn't the golden boy in the traditional sense. He was too untamed, too unpredictable, too much of everything the world wasn't ready for. But it was precisely that untamable energy that would one day make him a global icon. Spotted by a modeling scout at just 14 years old, Jordan was thrown headfirst into the glossy world of fashion. Overnight, he was walking for Tom Ford, shooting with Mario Testino, and becoming the muse for countless high-end brands. But Jordan wasn't interested in being a perfect mannequin. He brought chaos, passion, and fire to every photo shoot, and the camera loved him for it. Beneath the cheekbones and the smoldering eyes, there was something deeper, a quiet defiance. Jordan wasn't afraid to blur lines. between masculinity and femininity, between rebellion and elegance, between the expected and the extraordinary. He became a queer-coded icon almost without trying. His sensuality was effortless, his energy magnetic, and his refusal to explain himself iconic. For years, Jordan let the world guess, is he gay? Bi? Fluid? But while labels swirled around him, he kept doing what he did best, living loudly, loving fiercely, and redefining what it means to be beautiful. In an industry obsessed with polish and perfection, Jordan showed up raw, chaotic, and gloriously human. He once said, "I'm not trying to be anyone's ideal. I just want to be real." And that's exactly what made him a sensation. Today, Jordan Barrett isn't just a supermodel, he's a living, breathing rebellion against the idea that beauty must come in a clean-cut package. He's walked red carpets draped in pearls and leather jackets, smoked cigarettes in couture suits, and laughed in the face of every rule book the fashion world tried to hand him. Through his work, his energy, and his unapologetic existence, Jordan has carved out a space where other queer, beautiful, wild souls can see themselves, not as outsiders, but as icons in the making. He didn't ask for permission to be unforgettable. He simply was. And in doing so, he didn't just pose for the camera. He shattered it and rebuilt it in his own image. Drop a 3 if Jordan's fearless energy makes you believe beauty belongs to those who dare to break the mold, dare to... Today's spotlight wasn't just about fame. It was about courage. It was about 5 fearless young men who refused to hide, who stood tall, proud, and beautiful in a world that often tried to silence them. Each story you witness today is a reminder. Visibility matters. Authenticity matters. Pride matters. These icons didn't just chase their dreams, they redefined what it means to be powerful, to be masculine, and to be unapologetically queer. And because of their bravery, doors are opening wider, hearts are opening wider, futures are shining brighter for the next generation. Here at Rainbow Spotlight, we honor every soul bold enough to live loudly, love fiercely, and change the world just by being themselves. Drop A if today's stories made you feel prouder, louder, and ready to live your own truth. The future is ours. Let's keep shining.